What was the impulse to first start writing plays?
After high school, I went to Dallas. I lived there for a couple of years. Tried to make a go of it in Dallas. It turns out it's rather hard for actors to make a go of it in Dallas. Worked in fringe theater for a couple of years and was broke and drunk and did a few plays, but it was clear I wasn't going to make a living in Dallas. And a guy came and offered me a job touring Norway and Sweden, playing the romantic lead in Barefoot in the Park. And I did that for 4 months when I was 20 years old. It was a great gig.
God, what a great adventure.
It was a great adventure. I fell in love. My girlfriend moved from Dallas to Chicago. And then I went up to Chicago to see her, and I fell in love with Chicago. I fell in love with the city, and so I go to Chicago and I start acting in plays, and you have a lot of downtime. So I decided I would write a play. I was reading a lot of pulp fiction at the time, and I just thought while I was reading it, gee, I wonder if this would work on stage. I've never seen it on stage. And I knew I could get it done if it was purpose-built. I'm gonna write a play, single set, 5 characters. I had read a story in a newspaper about a murderous Florida family. I changed it to Texas, and that was Killer Joe. And
Yeah.
I thought I was, my only desire was to write this play. I didn't consider myself a playwright. I didn't call myself a oh, I'm an actor playwright. I was an actor who had written a play and was trying to get my play done. And after a couple of years, it was a lot of nonsense. People predicting walkouts, and people are going to get bent out of shape. It was going to be, I don't know, a lot of nonsense. I finally got the play done at a small theater in Evanston, Illinois, very small, 40-seat black box theater.
Really?
And board members there at the theater quit. They were so enraged by this piece. It's very dark. It's a very dark story.
Yeah.
And we got it done, and I got panned horribly by pretty much everybody. But Richard Christensen, the lead critic of the Chicago Tribune, gave us a great review, and kind of started my playwriting career. Suddenly I was a bit of a playwright, yeah, because he not only gave it a great review, he had a lot of sway in the community at the time, and he had a little box with a hits and misses or picks and pans or whatever the hell you call it. He put our play in there. It would be in there every week. And he included in the parentheses after the play, warning, contains graphic violence and nudity or whatever the hell it was.
You're like, thank you very much.
And we just, sold like hotcakes.
Yeah.
And I had intention, even the posters we made for the thing, I was the one sitting there going, it's rated X, people under 18 not admitted because of this stuff. And it wasn't because I was trying to sell tickets, though that was in fact a byproduct. I just didn't want to hit people over the head with a chair when that's not the experience they wanted. It was an adult play. It's
sure.
like, if this is the experience you want, come in and you'll get it. And the play was a big hit and ran for a long time. And somebody came and saw it and said, you should take this to the Edinburgh Festival. We took it there. It was a big hit in Edinburgh. A bunch of London producers came and saw it. The Bush Theatre in London won the day, and they said, we want to do this in our theater. And so we took the show to London, same cast, and we did it at the Bush Theatre in London. And then Michael Codron, who was a venerable Broadway, West End producer and had produced all of Pinter's works, came to see it, and he said, this should be on the West End. And he took it to the West End, and
Were
it
you
ran on
just
the West End
shocked
for
at
4
this
months.
point that
Yeah,
this is-
I was shocked.
You were.
And when I went to London, now at the same time that show was going to London, I got cast in Picasso at the Le Panagile, the Steve Martin play at Steppenwolf.
That played in L.A., right?
It did, and I was in it.
Okay.
I did 468 performances of Picasso at the Le Panagile. It's where I got my equity card, and I was broke all the time, so it was a good living. And so I stuck with the show, even while my play went off to London. I took a week's vacation from the show here in LA, and I went to London to see Killer Joe. And that was the first time I realized, I'm a playwright. Because these people in London didn't know anything about my acting.
Hey folks, thanks for watching. If you like what you just saw, then why not subscribe? Click right here for lots more off camera. And if you want to see the hour-long version of these conversations, I'm going to give you the secret link. Here it is, offcamera.com. Check it out.